Hello students, welcome to Global Online. Today we are discussing NTA UGC NET 2023 Paper 1. In this class we discuss about models of communication from communication topic. So let's start the session. Before we moving to the session, students, for your UGC NET 2023 paper 2 preparation, Global Online offering for you the most important study material that will help your preparation in an easy way and also give more information related with these subjects. So we can get this course only for 1218 after a 20% off. For joining to this study material, you can contact with the given WhatsApp number and you can get the study material for all the subjects seen in the screen. So don't miss this chance. And also we providing an important and also making your clarification about the concept, that is evaluation test. In our app you can get the evaluation test for all the topics under UGC NET for free of cost. So that really help your preparation in a most efficient way. So today we discussing the major communication models. So there are important major communication models that comes under Shannons Model, Berlow's Model, Sharifs Model, Aristotle Model, Laswell's Dance Helical Model, Wesley and McLean Model, and Bandler's Transaction Model. So we discuss first Shannons Model, and the year that introduced it is was 1948. So in 1948, Shannon's model was introduced, and also this is the most simplest model of communication. And you can see that here the signals that send from the communication from the sender to the receiver, that's depending upon the method of communication. So here that comes the method is important there, and also here the communication depends upon five basic components. And first of all there comes the source, and here the source is the another name for the sender and transmitter, channel, receiver, and a destination. So importantly, there are five basic components under Shannon's model, and that is source, transmitter, channel, receiver, and then destination. Okay, so the model is like the form of a diagram. Here the information of the source that sends the message and the transmitter through the signal or the channel that received by the receiver, and then there was a destination, and here between the transmitter to the receiver you can see the noise there. So noise is a barrier for communication. So these are the important contents or the components that come under Shannon's model, and it was introduced in the year 1948. Clear? Then next one, Berlow's model. In Berlow's model that introduced in 1960, and then it's also known as SMCR model. Okay, SMCR model, you can get a question like that. What is SMCR model, or another name for Berlow's model? And there are four components that come under Berlow's model: source, message, channel, and the receiver. The short form is that SMCR. Then all communication have a source. In Berlow's model, Berlow recommended that or says that all communication have a source. Then the sender makes or transforms a particular message or encodes the message. Okay, so that is the essence of the model. The all communication that comes under in Berlow's model, that tried to speak or say by Berlow's model is that they have a source. Okay, then this is the Berlow's model diagram. Here you can see that SMCR have separate other components also. This also become important in your exam because you can see that in particular elements that asked by the exam, that like the treatment structure code that comes under which component of Berlow's model. So that must be message. Okay. So in structure, or sorry, in source, you can see that communication skill, attitudes, knowledge, social system, culture. These all are the components that influence the source there. Okay, and then message, content, elements, treatment, structure, and code. So you can simply make the related components by so you can easily recall the components. Okay, so message is influenced by the content and also element, also treatment, structure, code. And channel, you can see there are various channels, and some of that hearing, seeing, touching, smelling, tasting, these all are the channels or the message you can get by these channels, by hearing or seeing or touching or smelling anything. Okay, so the receiver is also like the source. The receiver and the source are the two ends of the communication, so both are same. Okay, so that's a Berlow model introduced in 1960. Then Sharams model. In Sharams model was introduced in 1954. Then here the communication is circular. So here there was a, or there is a feedback. Okay. You can see feedback in this communication, and sender and the recipient of the message can be a same person. That's also important in this model. Sender and recipient of the message can be the same person. You can guess or image that the sender and recipient of a particular message can be a same person. In some situation you can see that this situation. Okay, so because it makes a circular manner, so this is also, you can say, that's intrapersonal communication. Some communication or some important message, you yourself make the solution and yourself make the feedback. That comes in the Sharams model. Clear? Then here you can see the message that's encoded and interpreted and decoded. Okay, that make the message, and then also it will shows a circular procedure. When you encode a message, then it decoded by some another message or some another situation, and that will comes to you. So that's the circular procedure of this model. Clear? Then Aristotle model. This was the earliest model of communication, and this introduced in 300 BC. So the oldest model, that is Aristotle model, and it's a linear model of communication. What's a linear model? You can see the linear, that's a straight line. You can see the straight line. So the linear model is the Aristotle model. The another name of Aristotle model was linear model. And here you can see this focused on speaker and speech. Okay, so who is speaking to the message, or who is the speaker, source, and also the speech. That two components must be important in Aristotle model, and it can broadly divided five primary elements. That is speaker, speech, occasion, audience, and effect. So you can see this type of communication in mass communication. This model that says about mass communication. When a speaker speech in a particular occasion to the audience, and it will create some effect. That is the five important elements under Aristotle. So you can easily remember or recall the mass communication or public communication to the mind. So you can easily get the five primary elements under Aristotle model. Okay, then This is the particular one. That's a linear model. One speaker who speech to the audience through a location, through a occasion, and it will find effect in the audience. So there is no feedback there. Only you can get a effect, only a effect, not the feedback. You can see in mass communication, one who speak to the audience does not get any feedback at the right time because of the large number of audience. Only you can make a effect there but does not get a feedback. Clear? Then Laswell's model. It's another important model. You can see questions in and that's related with Laswell model in exam, and it's introduced in the year 1940, and this is the oldest concept. It does not borrowed from any other discipline. Okay, so it's a mass communication oldest model, and also this model is related to the important five basic question. Okay, so you can see in journalism, in journalism you can see one journal, sorry, one who become the journalist should know about the five question. So that question or that question is that what, which, were, how, and who. Okay, like that in communication, you can see in Laswell model, the five basic question makes the essence of the model. That is who speaks to whom, and then says what, who says what message, that is a message, he is a source, in what channel, it is the channel or the medium, to whom, that is the receiver, and with what effect, it makes which effect or the feedback. Okay, so these are the question. So Laswell model is follows or it relates to the five important question: who says what, in what channel, to whom, and with what effect. And it is the and also the Laswell he introduced the concept of effective communication process. Okay, effective communication process, and then it is the basic components of Laswell model. Who, that's a sender, and then says what, that's a message, and channel, medium, to whom, the receiver, and with what effect, feedback. So SMMRF. Okay, SMMRF, that is the basic components under Laswell model. Then Dance's helical model. So the helical is the important word there. You can get a question related who introduced the helical model. So that is Dances. And he proposed in the year 1967. His full name Frank Dance. Okay, let's throw light to the communication process, and the important or the significance is that the role of disruption and problems in communication. So the many personalities who give the model under various components of communication, one with the channel and other another with the disruption. So he is the person who gives this communication under the role of disruption and problems in communication. And also this communication is represented as a spiral process. Spiral, can hear the word spiral, this like that, this is a spiral. The telephone line, like the telephone line, your telephones, the hand line. Okay, so you can see the one that connects to your telephone, it's like the, okay, so like the this one, the spiral process also, you can easily connect the this one. This phone is does not exist today, but you can see the spiral process is like from a person's birth to the present. So from birth to the present means a person's life journey is follows like a spiral one. Okay, you can see the spiral diagram here. From birth, you can slowly move, and then you make a large chance or large community for communicate. So that's infinite. So here the helical model of communication is who dance. Frank Dance. He's a person who introduces this concept, and also he give the role of disruption problems in communication in the year 1967. Okay. Then Wesley and McLean model. Wesley and McLean model. Here the model introduced in year 1957, and this model does not begin when one person starts to talk. You can see that in many communication that starts when a person talk to another person. But here the communication starts or begin when person responds selectively to his or her physical surroundings. We can see some persons talk to the nature, talk to the tree like birds and etc. So that's also a communication under the Wesley and McLean model. So he will respond to the physical surroundings to his surrounding. That is the communication that begins the communication procedure there. Okay, so there are various components under McLean model, Wesley McLean model, when the environmental factors, they like the trees, birds, etc., the sender, say person, and receiver, another person, gatekeeper, that is the you can make this a channel or medium, etc., feedback, the response, and sensory experience. You can see that the nature does not talk to you. When you talk to the nature, it will make breathing like a wind. Okay, and also the sensory experience you get from hearing, seeing, smelling, etc. Okay, that is a sensory. And objects of orientation, that's for the sender. An object of orientation, that's for the receiver. Clear. So that's not much very important in this. You must know the model by physical surrounding. Okay, that's related with the physical surrounding. That is Wesley and McLean model. And then before we moving to the next, can see that UGC NET 2023 paper 1 global online offering for you crash courses. For that will include live lectures and video lectures on all units, and also 60 plus mock test, last 10 years PYQs and complete notes, and also 4000 plus MCQ in question bank. All this you can get only for 3200. So that's a great deal, and also you can use this for your exams and also related interviews. It will really help your preparation, also boost up your confidence. You can get it by contact with the given WhatsApp number, and also you get paper 1 and paper 2 complete courses in our app. You can download our app in the description. Okay. Then Berland's transaction model. This is the another model that relate to the different types of clues, and it's introduced in the year 1970. So Berland developed both intrapersonal and interpersonal communication model, and that's include the encoding, decoding, communicator, message, channel, noise, etc. So these are the components: encoding, decoding process, that is the sender and receiver, then the communicator, the message, the channel, and noise. So here the communicator, the person who speaks or who sends the information to another one, so that he makes encoding process. Okay, so then decoding is a person who get the message. Clear? Then you can see the transaction model here. Then encoding is the communicator, and also decoding is the another communicator who gives a feedback. So you also a communicator. Then here makes many context: physical, psychological, social, relational, and cultural, all this context are comes under, or it influence the encoding and decoding procedure. So here co-reaction of means happens because it relate to different types of clues. Okay, then there are some questions related with this also we discussed in this class. Communication model. So first question, noise in communication was given by. Here, the noise is an important component that influence the communication, and the noise given by a particular model that is none other than Shannon and Warren Weaver model. So you can see the Shannon's model, and also the Shannon model was introduced by the combined effort of Warren and Weaver. Warren Weaver, so one person. Okay, so you can get Shannon Weaver, Weaver model. Clear? Then statement. The model that takes into account the object of orientation. Here the orientation means background, culture, beliefs, etc. of the sender and receivers of message. Next one, communication is influenced by environmental, cultural and personal factors. So, in these two statements, you can see one model of communication. First, here the keyword is orientation, object of orientation, and here that's environmental, cultural, personal factors. So, that's none other than the Wesley and McLean model. We discussed about the Wesley and McLean model in detail, about the environmental factors and also the culture and beliefs, all are related with this model. Okay, clear. Then, which of the following are not given by Laswell? So you can see in Laswell model who gives various questions regarding to the communication, like who, to whom, with what effect, with what with which channel, etc. So there are five basic questions, and the source is not comes under the Laswell model. Clear? Then three elements of communication are given by. Okay, you can see in many model there are five elements. Mostly there are five elements. But the three elements of communication that given by Wilbur Sharam. Okay, Wilbur Sharam. Clear. Then, which of the following are not given by Laswell? The communication or the factor that are not given by Laswell is the entertainment. He gives the surveillance of environment, correlation with the environment, transmission of cultural heritage, but he does not given the entertainment. Okay, then this is a homework question for you. In this, code, content and treatment relate to which component? Okay, you can see the code, content, treatment is comes under one of the particular component that discussed or given by Barlow. So the source the message, the sender, receiver, in which component the given code, content, treatment will come. Okay, so you must give the answer in the comment box. Clear. Then this is a homework question. A digital signature is an, this is none other than the encrypting information. You can see the information is encrypted and mixed into another form, so it will make very secure transaction of information. Like that, the digital signature is also an encrypting information, and that makes by many officials for the secured transmission of information. So that's for the day. We will end up this video with this question and also the detailed explanation of the model. Any queries regarding to this, you can ask in the comment box and also give the answer in the comment box. Clear? And we will meet in next video with another important topic. Until then, thank you.